Hey, welcome to another episode of Calendar Craft. Play the jingle. Woo! Okay.
We might get sued for that. I'm sure that's the
Peaked. Last episode, for those that made it, we got the website to be installable. So if we go to Fairy Dog now, it might not do it because I've already installed it now. Yeah, okay. I don't think it does it on. Doesn't do it for. Maybe I do it here. Can I install or something? Maybe I can't because this is a desktop. But if you go,
what do we mean by installable?
let me do it on my phone. I don't know how. Probably that's not going to come out very clearly. But I'm going to Fairy.dog. What a domain. Oh, because I've already installed it, it doesn't give me the option. But here, it used to say install, but now it says open PWA. So if I open that, now I'm in the app, and it's like, so there's my browser, but now I've got it as its own app. And if I go, it's got its own icon now as well. Which I just use the default one. So there's this PWA. If I click that, it's called my PWA because I just filled it full of default stuff. But if I click that, I've now, like an app, I've opened it. So it's an installable web app. And because we've installed it, we can do other things that you would normally associate with an app, like do notifications, spam your phone, that kind of thing. And also it's got, its icon and everything, which is very debuggy at the moment. So we could improve that. It's not a full-blown app from the App Store, but that takes a lot of time to get approved and stuff, and they probably would say no anyway. But this is like a cheap alternative.
Why will they say no? So what this means is, what we're aiming for is by Fairy Dog New Year, people can download the Fairy Dog app onto their phone.
Yeah, and that is now. This is true as of now.
As of now.
Yeah, get your phone out. We can do it now. Get your phone out.
Well, my phone, I think, is what's making the weird buzzing. So, because we're not wired for internet here yet, so I'm tethered to the hotspot. But let's have a look.
See what happens.
So, viewers, I'm going to Fairy.dog.
Why did you miss last stream? There must have been something really important for you to just not show up without notifying me.
There was something very important. I was picking up my little sister, who I've not seen for years because I'm a terrible brother. So I've only seen it in Gloucester at funerals. But I think it's Fairy Dog adjacent. So she was at a Christian barbecue, but they're kind of sort of like hippie Christians. So it's like a kind of like a breakaway movement. So it's very interesting. So they're sort of relatively like queer friendly, unlike the normal evangelicals. But also, crucially, most interestingly, they don't believe in hell, which situates them somewhat closer to Judaism. than evangelical Christianity. And they don't believe in the rapture either. So that's another sort of big like breakaway from the evangelical Christianity that my sister has grown up with. So it's very interesting. I was preparing myself because I was like, I'm going to be at a Christian barbecue. There's lots of triggers here for me. I'm in a very vulnerable life position at the moment. If someone comes along and says, "Do you accept the word of Jesus?" I'm in exactly the right place. But as it was, they didn't do that because that's not what they do. So that's where I was, and it was a lovely 2 days with my sister.
Well, that sounds very worthwhile. But did they not have any phone reception or anything?
To be honest, I'd forgotten it was a Thursday as well. There's been a lot going on.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We were productive without you, but I had to talk for an hour solo. I found it quite exhausting.
To Saro, who cannot join us today.
Oh.
By the way, so not because he was put off by that episode, but because he's at like a surprise screening at the cinema, so we'll be watching it. No one knows what the film is going to be. So my phone is terrible. What I cannot do on my phone, it turns out,
is go to websites.
It's good. Is go to websites, but I can't. So I've got this.
Yeah.
So how do I now download?
Is there an unexpected icon in the top of the URL? An extra one? Saying like install. At the top bar on the right.
No, so it will just give me, I can star it. It gives me a follow option.
Okay, is there a drop down? Is there a burger menu?
Yeah, so if I go to that one.
Yeah, and is there like a save to home screen or install to home screen or something?
Add to home screen.
Yeah, that's the one. Click that.
Install. Installing PWA. What is PWA?
Progressive web app. That's making a web app an app.
Progressive web app installed.
Yeah. So now, if you go to your normal home screen, you should see a new icon. And like I say, I didn't have you to like pick out the art, so it's just like some random default art. Not even art. Yeah. It's called.
I've opened the app.
Yeah, there you go. And that's not the web browser. That's a real app. And obviously, this convoluted flow where you have to use the Chrome menu. We can put our own button on the app, on the web page, and so you click that instead of going through the burger menu. If you wish, these are all things we have to do if we want them.
Yes, well, maybe for today we should figure out the things that we need to do.
We'll have a planning day, shall we?
A planning day. So let me get my where is my pen?
Yeah. Also, like whenever you visit the webpage, it always pulls from this current notebook. So this notebook is now the main website. And we've got a lot of like accumulated craft. So we could also tidy up a bit, Marie Kondo style.
Okay. So I've still got loads to do because it's been a busy week. So.
Okay, yeah, we've got to do already. And we got installable, but it is now installable. Might be not what you want, but we need better icons. And we need what were the sizes we did? So if we go to GitHub, what was it? Fairy Dog Calendar FDC. Yeah, there we go. FDC. So the thing that powered this was in this manifest. So we need better icons. We need a 512 by 512 PNG. The only thing that works.
Yes, so that is so we need to resave.
And we need a 192 by 192 PNG. Only thing that works. And we need
for every icon, or for our main one. Do you mean the icon button?
This is the icon that you click to install the app. When it's installed on your phone, what is the thing that gets shown? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good question, actually, isn't it? Right. So yeah. So actually, we can save that for now because Peter is going to send me a scan of the Parapegma.
Yeah. Also, can I also add, like, when we go to the Fairy Dog website, you see at the top of the URL. Oh, actually, you can't see it because I've hidden my tabs. Wait, where is it? The tabs at the top. This icon here. We've got the default like empty one.
Yeah.
That's called the favicon or something. Favicon. So that's another icon, but that's tiny. We need 16 by 16 pixels for the favicon. Yeah.
Okay, so 16 by 16 PNG.
Well, that one's actually an ICO, but that's too confusing. I'll fix that. If you get me a PNG, I can fix that. So that's technical stuff. Like when you look at that app, what is missing? So if I go to the right day, we still don't have angelic and planetary icons. So angelic and planetary images missing.
I think what we've got is we've got some of them, but they're not all PNG. So it depends what date we're looking at.
Yeah.
So basically they all need to be standardized.
Yeah, and also the Quinance is JPEG, and it needs to go to PNG. Yep. And then we allow you to change the day, but you've got to do it manually via this annoying box. So what do we want? Do we want an arrow here or something? Some navigation? I don't know if this is acceptable to you. We could put that as a nice to have.
So at the moment, we have to sort of type it in.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the ideal would be a sort of like a drop down. Is that possible?
You want what you want is if I show you a date picker, so input, but if I do an inputs.date picker, this is what you get for free, but it's gonna be very Gregorian, but that's okay, right? Is this okay?
Yeah, because that's just for people looking up the equivalent on the Gregorian.
Okay, so you want a date picker. Okay, we can do that. Anything else you want before launch?
Right, so we need the date picker, sort of all those things. I suppose the other thing, which we have talked about, maybe just work.
Your voice is no, you just dropped out then.
Yeah.
You're back now.
No, I thought it was coming from my phone, but maybe it's not. Yeah, so I suppose maybe for season 2 of the show, it is worth coding our leap year. So that's at the moment what's missing is if someone jumps ahead 4 years, then they're not going to get an accurate thing, because it doesn't at the moment, it doesn't cover leap years. But I think at the moment, if we launch it with 3 years ahead, and then that means we can keep the show going, and people are tuning to season 2 to see us code the leap year.
I don't know why you find that so hilarious. It's a great show.
Because right now we've got one viewer, and I'm pretty sure it's me.
Yeah, my wife's very busy.
Stargirl's at the cinema. Kev is asleep apparently, and NT hits. Why has thou forsaken us?
No, he's here. And he's the real viewer.
Yeah.
He's here.
Oh, there, I see it. There we go.
3 years is plenty. I agree. Actually, yeah, this is another whole different category of to do. Is we could make this channel better with some investment. So I was reading some Twitch theory, and they say that if you manage to get someone to engage in the talk, they are 50% more likely to become a subscriber. And really, our subscriber count is a problem for... you need subscribers, otherwise they don't even know you're streaming, right? So, what I am aware of when I look at our stats, people do randomly drop in, and then, you know, we don't engage with them, and then they just leave bored. But if we had a little bit more of a fanfare and said welcome, then they might engage with us. And if you get them talking a little bit, then they might come back. And
well, I think that, I have a suggestion there.
Yeah.
To bring in more viewers, which is that, so we need to, historically, with the Fairy Dog calendar, each year I've put on some kind of show or celebration, like a live thing. But I think this year, what we should do, in keeping with the launching of an app, is we should do a kind of like a live stream, basically. So I can do a few sort of performance pieces, maybe read the original poem that we launched, or that I launched the calendar with. To begin with, and maybe some of the limericks. Peter said he can make himself available, so he can kind of talk about, and then we can have a kind of like a sort of round table discussion about the calendar and the project in general. But I think if we kind of big it up in the coming weeks, and also I think we should end with the traditional Fairy Dog New Year ritual of singing the song from Bugsy Malone. And then we can all throw some custard pies in our face. And people at home can join in. They can come prepared with their pies. I don't know if NT Hits would be up for that.
I don't know the words to the song.
No, well, I can hold them up on bits of paper or... I'm sure...
That's great, but I don't think it solves... Well, maybe if random people join on that particular episode at that particular
Yeah, well,
time.
that's what I mean. I think we can get an audience for that night at least, whether they stick around for season 2 when we code the leap year. That remains to be seen. But certainly, I think for that night we can.
Well, can I finish my suggestion, which was
yes.
I think what's happening is people, I do see in the stats, people join and then they leave and we never even know they came. So if we had some kind of like cool Twitcher thing so that when people joined, it actually said someone just entered the chat and then we could speak to them, I think we could reel them in at that point by getting them in chat, getting them talking. And then seeing if we like them or not. Maybe mock them as a group, bully them or something. We'll make a decision whether to bully them or keep them.
I think we won't bully them. The future, the fairy dog calendars, the future, the revolution will be wholesome.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know why I cling to these ways. Insecurity.
Exactly. The product of 90s cyberculture. We're trying to build a new world, a new cyber world.
Yeah, I won't be invited at the last minute, I know. But that's okay. I accept it. Yeah, so that's the thing. Is if we could, my to do would be, and we can do this before we get to that. If we've got time, if we just bang that to do list out for the app, then the next thing I would say we should invest in some Twitch technology and we could do that live as well. Why? We'll just build everything live.
Yeah. So NT Hits is saying subscribe. We don't seem to have subscribe enabled as yet. So would that be our investment?
No, I don't think you need to subscribe. Right. Let me show you my Twitch interface, and we can see. So when I go to Twitch, I better pause it. We won't open Quaddy's content. So that if I go to my channel, this should be what most people see, and then we'll start that crazy recursive thing. It's not subscribe, it's just follow. How do I do that? It might not even show me because I'm already...
People can follow.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean subscribe. I didn't mean like... What's this? Report? No. I probably already... Maybe I already... I don't know. There's a button somewhere. Maybe Scott's better to explore this because I own the channel, so maybe it doesn't show me. Or I'm already...
Yeah. So...
Can you show your screen? Yeah, let me... Big you up. Yeah. Oops.
There we go. So yeah, we've got our recursive.
My favourite.
Twitch equivalent of heavy dose of ketamine. Yes, so there in each of the recursive screens, there's a tiny little purple
follow
thing.
Follow. Yeah, you got to follow NT Hits if you don't already. I'd be surprised if you didn't. It must notify you.
NT Hits does follow, but no subscription.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I used the wrong word. I apologise. Follow. We need more followers.
Okay, I'll come out of that. So, is excellent. That's our very first follow. You're in a very position NT Hits, I would say.
You still got your Twitch thing open, I think.
I have.
Oh, we had some recursion then. It's gone now. I think you closed it. I think we're okay.
Okay, so that's the plan for next year, next Fairy Dog year.
NT wants us to be subscribable so he can fund patronize us.
Yeah, well, that's the aim. Obviously, we're all going to retire off of this thing.
We could go back.
I mean, I think because the other thing to do, I think, in that regard, is maybe like extend the network of Fairy Dog content. and have a kind of like a Patreon account.
Well, you can do this through Twitch. I think we might need a little bit bigger following before it will allow us to turn that kind of thing on. But maybe I can do it.
Yeah, but I think I mean I've moved over. Some of the materials from the original blog is now on kind of like Substack for it. But the artwork, the daily artwork, I've just kind of putting up on. That is such a weird. I don't know if NT Hits can hear that sound.
Yeah, you go weird just in the last minute. You really
What is going on there?
this or lose us subscribers for sure.
Right, I'm just going to briefly improvise, and I am going to come out of the hotspot and see if I can just tether the phone
Better Twitch.
via the USB.
I think we should have a live feed of randoms joining chat or live chat on screen or something. Better Twitch tech, that's a to-do. I think we need better audio-visual equipment for Scott. Let's end echo.
Yes, but I mean, I'm in the white room with very little furniture, so hopefully, but I've got my microphone is here now, so maybe for Thursday's episode.
The echo comes from you playing what you're hearing out your speaker and then your microphone picking it up again. It does a good job at trying to avoid having massive feedback, but all that echoiness is the round trip. Like you're doing it now.
Right, let's try. Is that moderated the echo?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's better. I think it's good. You need to talk more before I'll be able to tell.
That's right, and as long as no one else can hear the weird buzzing. I think it's because we're approaching New Year, and after 4 years of this ridiculous project, what I've found is I think it is actually quite a powerful magical spell. So every time we get towards kind of mid-August, Gregorian time, or the end of a very long year, everything in my life starts vaguely falling apart, including the various technologies I'm using.
Wow. Yeah, powerful stuff. 4 years has it been now?
Yeah. So I've been doing this. I've been doing this a long time.
Oh my god.
Not a single grey hair. Lord knows where I'll be in 18 years at the end. 22 years I've committed. And then after that, I'll leave it till for our followers to pick up.
Yes.
I think maybe a centralized site for all the materials. So like have a link to this, a link to the Instagram account for the daily art, links to the PDFs of the various annuals and stuff. Next year's big project is all going well. Is going to be the fake academic journal. So, which I wanted to do last year, but didn't get around to. But that's the aim of the game for next year's big project. This year is the app. Next year, I want to do it'll be a random issue of the Journal of Chronoforming Studies. I'm going to pay for an ISBN number, and then the idea should be that I could leave it
a whole €7.
Is however much it is. But the idea would be that we could leave it in a university library, and it would be so accurate that the librarian would be desperately looking around to see where it had fallen. So like actually properly like peer reviews, like editorial boards, like 5 different articles.
Where are you going to get these articles from?
Well, I'm going to write one under a pseudonym. Peter will write one, I think, and then I think I might put out an actual call for the papers and get people to suggest. Yes, I have an actual editorial board. Because I don't know if I mentioned this, I posted it on Facebook. I look at the call for papers very often, the comic studies ones. And there was one the other week that I looked at. It said something like, corporeal reality as in a superhero comic has been well documented by so-and-so and Scott Jeffrey. And I was like, what the fuck, that's me! I'm in the call for papers. That's when you know you've made it as an academic. So
yeah, you could be keynote next.
Well, I'm building up to that. So Casper wanted me for my star power for this one in October.
Wow.
Last translates, I was on the big table with the big boys. So I'm slowly building up to keynote. But that conference that mentioned me, I thought it would be funny if I go to the conference like anonymously, and then every time someone does a paper, I put my hand up and I go, I have a question, how does this relate to my work? I won't do that, obviously, that would be very irritating, but it'd be amusing. Anyway, the point is, but I will not be writing in the Journal of Chronoforming Studies as Scott Jeffrey, necessarily. I might use one of my other pseudonyms.
You were echoing a lot then as well.
That's right.
Hard to follow sometimes. That's very exciting. That is very exciting. For real. Yeah, do a conference. I'll come as well.
Yeah, well that's we could do a whole conference.
Yeah. Why not?
So, like I said, we've got another 18 years to go, so with each passing year, the end of the year project is just going to get more and more complex until finally we genuinely usher in a new era of time.
We'll buy a meter squared of land.
I call it Fairy Dog Topia.
Yeah. And we can all stand there for the new year.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So we'll see. But for this year, like I say, we're going to have the app.
Oh, I was going to say, before, during that, a link to more information may be valuable. You said you wanted a centralized website, but if you've got the fairy.dog, you already have a website, right? So if you just, like all these files you're uploading here, these are all like real files. So if you go to Blech, FairyDog/Blech, then you go to that file. So any text or anything that you upload here appears here, right? Just with a slash to the sort of position in the thing. So that website set up. I mean, it's a great domain, so it doesn't make sense not using it. And if you want, we could add a little footer here for, links for more information, until you've probably got resources elsewhere. So we could maybe add that. That could be something we could do, short term, just so you have something. Shall I put that down as a to-do?
I will put that down as a to-do.
Footer for more info about FDC. Yeah. I think that would be wise, because then people will be able to, go somewhere from that app.
Exactly, and it would encourage me to write more on the new Substack.
And is this shared with you? This is view unlisted. team members, and we've got 2 team members can view and edit. So if it's simple stuff, especially if I have a box which is just like write whatever you feel like in it, then you can add links to it yourself just by editing this notebook. Anything changes made here are immediately live on the website, so it's kind of simple. You know, if you're not trying to be too fancy, it should be okay. The other thing is, when you view it on the website, on a mobile device, probably you don't want it this layout of like 3 horizontal boxes. Like, here's what it looks like on my website. It's like a gaping gap of nothing, and then a load of cards that are too squashed in. So I would think that we probably want to have a mobile friendly layout where each of those boxes are probably separate and just sequentially laid out. Like, this layout's quite good for desktop where you got a wide screen, but on mobile narrow screen you probably just want them sequential. What do you think about that? Well,
yeah, no, I think it's nicer if it fills the the whole mobile screen, isn't it?
yeah, so we need a mobile layout which is a little different.
Yeah, and presumably, most people, they're downloading the app. They're going to be downloading it onto their mobile device.
Yeah, exactly. And how long have we got? We're on Tuesday. We've got next Thursday. And then we've got another 2. Have we only got 3 episodes after this? And then
basically, in effect, we've got 3 episodes. And then I think you're heading on Monday.
Yes.
On
Sunday, yeah.
So very dog New Year. I think we pencil in one for the 19th if that works for you.
Yeah.
And that'll be the New Year show. So that'll be the kind of official launch.
Yeah.
And like I said, Peter, I think, will be available for that. Cavan McLaughlin, although he's hard work finishing his PhD. But he is the organizer of the Trans States Conference that was at Northampton University, the last 3 ones. So that's the kind of unofficial academic home of the Fairy Dog calendar. That's where it was born. So Cavan, I think might do something. And then that'll be and then maybe me and you can have a little chat about how you ended up being dragged into all of this.
Yeah. I'll probably be exceedingly tired on the 19th because this is also my work's on site and lots of people fly in and I'm expected to drink a lot and party. I could definitely take one night off for that. But on the other hand, it will be an intense day of like uber office work. So I don't know how merry I'll be. But I could definitely switch all the tubes and you might have to carry the vibe somewhat.
Yeah, no, that's good. As long as we can give people access to this so they can get into the green room and speak to people, I suppose that's the main thing.
Yeah, I can switch the switches on the green room.
I can do the intro stuff if you want to lay back for a bit.
Yeah.
Make up for last Thursday.
Sounds good.
Okay, well that seems productive. Maybe that's it for today.
Okay, yeah, a preparatory episode.
Preparatory day. And we've got NT Hits. Good feedback from NT Hits, so that's useful for us, I think. And then I don't know, maybe some kind of Patreon accounts. If people want to start funding whatever the hell this is. Buy us a coffee, that kind of thing. We can maybe add that to it as well.
Streamlabs widgets, yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I was looking at them. It's either that or we just get something that goes directly in the notebook. But probably the sensible is Streamlabs. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right, that's cool. Right, I will look into. You look into the technical side of that. I will do the images, the icon. I need to tidy up those haikus.
Okay, I'll take homework. Yeah, as we're finishing early, I'll dedicate 20 minutes now to improving the Twitch experience.
Yeah. And I will, I'll maybe try and change some files from JPEGs to PNGs.
Yes, you do that.
I'll do that. Cool. Okay then, guys.
See you Thursday.
On Thursday.
Goodbye.
Theory into practice. Bye bye.